Hi, my name is Jason, and while I was looking actually for a roofer in Plymouth, I come across a few sites that actually need some help, and one of them was yours. You've got a really nice site, and I like how you've sort of informed your prospects or your customers you've actually moved, which is great. But my point I'm making here is that when I actually did a search for a roofer in Plymouth, I put in roofer Plymouth, Devon. I didn't find you on page 1 or 2, to be honest. Now, just a couple of good tips for you. You've got a really nice website. You should be on page 1. One area that you can make you on page 1 is putting yourself in the big 7. Now, also gives you a map and gives you your local details. Now, why you can do that is get yourself a Google page, Google Plus page. Register your business with Google. Then verify it with them, and then you should be able to get on up here, because that then puts you on the spot on the first page. Going down, it's all your competitions up here, my friend, which I couldn't find you. When I really looked into it, I found you on page 9. And let me see if I can find you here. Yes, Stormforce. That's it, Stormforce Roofing. And that's how I came across you, really. Now, like I said, you've got a really nice website. It needs to be on page 1. It looks like whoever's done this for you has put a lot of time and effort into it. You just need to be marketing it right. Okay, so now let me just go into a bit more detail on that. So this is a citation finder, and what this does, this really sees what your competition is doing and what you're not doing. So obviously we couldn't find you here, so let me put your business in. Add your business, and your telephone number would be Plymouth. Okay, I guess you're not on many roofs with this wind at the moment. Christ, is atrocious. Okay, so let's add your business. Alright, so let's refresh it. Okay, so it's found you with 1 citation. As you can see, your competitors in Plymouth have a lot more than yourselves. You need to be in the 45 mark to be getting yourself on in the top 3. So if you really want to be at the top, you know what you're going to do. You've got to be 62. So it's as simple as that. But it's like, I suppose it's like when you're roofing. If you know what you got to do, then you can go and do it. It's the not knowing that's frustrating. So now you know, this is something you can do yourself. Just get yourself listed in local directories like Bing, Yahoo, Google. There's many out there, Hot Frog, Foursquare. There's many out there, so you can actually get it listed. Now let's go into a deeper depth of your actual website itself. This is a Majestic. This gives a real good in-depth analyzation of your website and the links linking in and the links linking out. Your trust flow is a bit more than most I've seen, which is okay. It's over 10. Can be improved. You want to be in the 20s, I think. The citation, obviously, we discussed that just now, and needs to be improved. External backlinks. You've got a lot of backlinks coming into it, so that's coming from somewhere. You've got 9 referring domain names. Now, you don't really need a ton of referring domain names, but what you do need is quality authoritative domain referring you. I give you an example. If Buckingham Palace recommended Stormforce Roofing, Google will see you've had a high authoritative trusting recommendation from Buckingham Palace URL. They'll push you straight to page 1 without question of doubt, because if Buckingham Palace trusts you, then Google trusts you. Simple as that. And when we go down here, you've got quite a mixed array of anchor text, which is okay. Can be improved a little bit for other anchor text, so you want to put other stuff, because all you've listed is Stormforce Roofing. It's really like self-promotion, and Google sees that, so it's not recommendation of other people. It's more really yourself doing it. So you need to adjust your actual anchor text. Now, to take a look at your competition, because I think again we did that just now, but to go into a bit more in depth to see what they're doing. And as you can see, the top one is BC Roofing Plymouth Company, and they're also number 1 in the organic listings. So let's just touch on that slightly. Now if we go to their website, which is here, Roofing Plymouth, and there's the trust flow is obviously a little bit higher than yours, which yours is 13, theirs is 19, so that's why they're above you, and the citations is, well, nearly double of what you've got. So at least, I'm not downing your website at all, and just a lot of people don't know the ins and outs of getting it ranked on Google, but now you do know, so you know what you've got to do. Now obviously they've got the same amount of domains referring as you do, really. You've got 9 and they've got 10, but they might have better quality referring links. And as you can see, this is a very, very good anchor text. Now, when we do a site overview on your site, this is Alexa.com, and what they do, they actually are part of Amazon.com, and they judge and gauge how much traffic your website's actually receiving. It's not receiving anything here, and that's probably why you're on page 9. You're not getting any web traffic. So if you're on page 1, you'll be getting web traffic. To give you a good example here, is look at my site, Easy Local Leads, and we're globally ranked about 1 million in the world for traffic going to our website. In the UK, we are the top 27,000 website for traffic, and we have an average about 8 minutes people stay on a website. Now, by having good traffic in that, the reason why is because when we do a keyword search for us at Plymouth SEO Expert, this is a tough word to rank, to be honest with you, because obviously my competition is ranking for the same thing, but we come second in the search. So it just goes to show we know what we're doing. So the advice I'm giving you is to get yourself in that position too, because obviously you're going to get more business and greater exposure to a good looking site. A couple of good points: you've got your contact details, because a lot of people these days just want to call somebody immediately because they know they want a roof. Do you have a contact form? Probably. Yes, you do. Brilliant. Because you know some people don't really want to talk to people on the phone. All right, so listen, that's the tips for you. If you need my help, get back to me. If you feel it's not for you, it's not a problem. Pass it on to local businesses that do need more clients. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe.